This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so here we are done with the, in the previous session, we're done with the AWS cloud, and from today, uh, this entire week, we will have the project based on your AWS cloud thing. So let's get started and understand. First of all, the problem statement what I have given to you in the mail. Okay, I'll describe that, and after that, any of the question queries you have, so you can ask me. So let's just get started. I'll share my screen and we'll discuss about it. So the very first thing here, you can see our developer team wants to build an infrastructure of server which should be the elastic in scalability. Okay, so here whichever the solution you would like to implement, that you need to do it by considering the scalability feature in your mind. Then further, we would like to deploy application on each server, and we would like to create a ASG auto scaling group. Now, if CPU average increased than 60%, then we would like to have a new machine as a part of auto scaling. The count of machine we would like to keep it like 10 to 2 as maximum minimum and desired. And also we wish to have an application load balancer attached to it. EC2 machine should have the application running inside in it that you need to set up with the help of the EC2 user data. Correct, guys? And refer the below URL, so you can just take this simple URL application to run your application. Okay. Now these are the steps also I included here, and this is what the project you have to do. So start doing the project, and once your project is done, you can take the snapshot and send it to me of your whatever the things you have done. Okay, about load balancer, ASG, and the directly your application working. Okay, so if you even if you just showed me that, that is enough. So that's something you have to take care of. Okay, this is the first task you have to do. Okay, so here you have to do two tasks. Now I know the second task is going to be a bit difficult for you, but I want you guys to make your hand dirty here to have exposure, how the things work. And let me tell you one fact that probably in the first attempt you won't be able to do it. Okay, and that's absolutely fine. It just you have to start doing it. Okay, and after over a period of time, you should be able to make it. Let me tell you, this something the service is not as new like today. When I started learning this tool, okay, this particular code pipeline, at that time, in fact, there were no many resources available. Okay, during that time also, this tool was as difficult like today. So same amount of time, in fact, I have to like when I learned this tool, so same scenario was with me that I was not able to understand what is happening, and it may happen that you the same case is happening with you. But again, going further forward, at certain times you need to understand this tool, so start it today. That's what I'm saying. Okay, most of the people do the first task and they don't go for a task two. That's the reason I'm encouraging you to do it. Start doing it. Okay, probably you won't be able to do it, that's fine, but you have to start it. So if you start, at some point you will at least able to grab 30% of the things, and whenever you're doing the next time, okay, the same thing, at that time you will be able to grab the most of it. Okay, so that's what here I want to let you know. And yes, these are the two tasks we have. First one is about your setting of your infrastructure. The second task you have, which is based on your code pipeline. You have to build a code pipeline. You'll be taking the code and all the process that what I have learned. Okay, so that's something here I'm expecting you guys to do. Okay, so this is about your code is okay. In fact, here I should be changing the URL. You can take the code pipeline. Okay, the one which you have taken, the same exactly same project you take it. So that will at least minimize few of the confusion part. Okay, that can help you documentation and few of the things we have there. So you can just take this project to build. Okay, so these are the two tasks you guys have to do. Any of the questions you have with respect to project, let me know, guys. Anything from your end? Aditya,
About
Adnan? Yes.
in task one, so do we need to create it in a default VPC or the private VPC?
No, you create your own VPC. Okay, you create your own VPC, you create your subnets. Okay, everything you create it custom.
Okay, sure. And
Okay.
the deployment is like just the index file that we have to copy it in the server, or the entire code. That one thing clarification I needed.
No, so here on this particular URL, if you go, so there we have so many files, okay, including index.html. We
Mm-hmm.
have few other files, and you have to consider all of them. Okay, why?
Okay.
Because in index.html you have a HTML code, but again these images are reference here. The CSS is again reference here, so all these things you required. Okay.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Yes.
And this should be accessible like for everyone, or it should be a custom kind of thing on this part.
No. You can keep everything like available for everyone. Okay, the URL, that load balancer, right?
Okay.
Yes, you can keep it available for everyone.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Any other question, guys, with respect to project, or like, is there anything more inputs you need from my end, or you got stuck up with something, with anything that what you're performing on, and you need help there?
Amar,
Yes, Sujila.
one doubt regarding S3 bucket. Can I
Yes.
ask?
Yes, please go ahead.
If we are, if we deploy a static website on S3 bucket, if we use it or not, we will get bill for that static website. Is it so?
Okay, it's a good question. So there are, the two ways for which you get, bill. The first one is that how many people are, hitting to that S3 bucket. That's the first, that's the first charge you. So if you're saying that if nobody is, going and checking the website, so you will not get charged for that. Okay, that's the first thing. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Second thing, you will get charged for how much storage you're utilizing. Now, as such, when we are storing any website, so there is nothing much storage you actually consume. So that is also negligible, and in free tier also you get few storages available from S3 bucket. So it's almost a negligible charge you have to pay there.
So when we want any static websites, so it also has a automatic load balancer and all. We can, if we have any static website, can directly deploy it in a S3 bucket, so that only when people uses it, we will get the bill, right? Is a good way
Correct.
to do like that.
Yes, correct. And in fact, this could be the cheapest way to deploy your website. Okay, in terms
Okay,
of
Amma.
costing. Yeah.
Okay, Amma. And just a second, I have one more thing. Regarding AMIs, while using that, it is a statement like additional cost apply for AMIs with pre-installed software. Uh,
Mhm.
is that additional charges for the AMIs that we have stored also? We will be taking some images of the EC2s, right? So that we don't need to install it again and again. For that also, we need to pay the bill.
No. It has something different meaning. I'll tell you what the meaning they want to say here is that, let's say you have one AMI. Okay, now what is mean by that? The AMIs which you consider, let's say, AMIs means what? That the the AMI, like the selection which we do at initial for choosing which operating system to go with. Okay, now if you open that one, okay, let's say you open in that drop down. So we get a like a big drop down. Okay, like here you get so many different options there. Now in that you can also find few of the AMIs is having some extra software, such that, let's say, SQL software is also installed, okay, within that AMI. Now what AWS is telling you that we will, like, let's say, if this SQL software is based on subscription, okay, or like it has some extra charges. So you have to pay those extra charges. Okay, don't assume that AMI is completely free. Okay, so that's what AWS is telling to you. Now, whenever we have chosen, like in most of my classes, whenever I'm choosing, like, I've selected the AMI like Amazon Linux, or let's say Ubuntu or Red Hat, anything. So all those are the free one. Okay, but if you already have some extra software, so you need to pay for them as an extra software. If I give you example, let's say you go to purchase a laptop. So let's say at initially you might be coming with something free antivirus. Okay, they will tell you this is like a free for 1 year. Okay, but after a 1 year period of time you have to pay for that, right? Or else that software won't work. So similar like that, you have something here. Okay, you get my point?
Yes, Amol.
Yeah.
So the images what we are saving, will that be a cost? Will we get a cost for that? Some after installing some, so like Apache, if I install, I will save the image, right? For that
Okay.
saving the images also.
Okay, I got your point. Okay, so your question is now is that let's say let's say I have created one EC2 machine. After that, we have taken snapshot, or we have created AMI. So is this AMI having any cost like for storing? So answer is yes. Okay, answer is yes. And what that's costing is based on. So here you are taking this AMI, and consuming some space, right? You're consuming some space. So whatever the space you will be consumed, for that you will get charged, and based on your EBS volume. So whatever the charging you're paying it for EBS volume. So similar pricing here you need to pay for what? For storing your AMIs. Okay, so if just
Oh,
something, let's say only a single AMI you have it. Now, okay, let me tell you one AMI. When you are storing AMI, how much the storage calculated. So you have one EC2 storage, EC2 machine. For EC2 machine, let's say you have a 50 GB of storage you have as EBS volume. So when you create a AMI, so that AMI is also having 50 GB. So AMI size is always going to be the more than 50 GB. So that much of pricing you have to pay. Okay, but when it comes to pricing for a storage, so it's comparatively very less. Okay, so you won't get paid, like you won't get charged a lot, but still it is going to be the very less. But yes, you will get paid
uh,
for that. Like you have to
Amol,
you have to pay
can
like
I
that. Yes.
can I repeat this one? I did not get exactly. So if my EBS volume is 50 GB, I have to pay for that 50 GB, but AMI will not be that amount of space it occupies. Whatever the space it occupies, I have to pay for that. Am I right, Amol?
No, 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 no. Okay, let me explain to you from the start again. So let's say you have one, you have created one EC2 server. It is having, let's say, 50 GB of volume attached. Okay. So right now you will get charged for whole thing, correct? EC2 machine, and like whatever that 50 GB, so 50 GB separate. Your EC2, let's say it's a T2 medium machine. So whatever the charges there for T2 medium and 50 GB, so that's your total charges are correct. Is this clear?
Yes, Amol. Yeah, yes,
Okay.
Amol.
Next thing, what you did is you created AMI out of it. Okay. Now this separate thing. Okay, this is just keep going, and the charges incurred here. So that's something separate thing. You created AMI. AMI is nothing but it's a backup of what you have here. Now, how much is the backup? Like, here you have a EC2 server and 50 GB is attached to it, right? So AMI is going to be again with the size of 50 GB. You get my point? Because you have a EBS volume of 50 GB, so that is what you have operating system and everything included here, correct? So it's a 50 GB of AMI you have it, correct?
Yes, Amol.
Yeah. Now this AMI might be just sitting idle. You're not using it, or you're not doing anything with that. But still, you will get charged for this because you have 50 GB. So it's just like you have consumed 50 GB. So that much of bill you will get as a
Okay,
separate thing.
even the software that all does not consume 50 GB, I will get the, as I have taken snapshot of the CC2, which is having EBS 50 GB, I will get AMI also 50 GB bill.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay,
Okay.
but in such cases, if we want any AMI images that to be stored, I can create a smaller EBS volume and can take the snapshot of that, right? I can do like that,
Yes.
right?
Yes. We do that. Like let's say, I'll tell you. Yes, we do that. In fact, okay, I'll tell you the example in what case we do. So I'll tell you. Okay, in our case, we had one, very different software. It's like a very rare software that we have. One of rare software our organization is using, and that software is something, we just wanted to have, and it also take a lot of time for installation, and installation is not that simple because it's a rare software, okay, created by IBM. So what we have done is we have created here one EC2 volume. We have installed that software and we have created AMI out of it, and this is like a very minimal, storage size, and we have kept it everything, but we have created the we have put all the required things inside this particular application. So when you create a AMI, in the case where you have a multiple softwares and your installation time for that software is high, okay, see, you can do the same thing via the EC2 user data also. Like whatever the softwares you have, okay, you can just install it, you can write a script for that and you can install it via that way. But AMI comes into the picture where you have to deal with the case where you have to do the installation of a lot of softwares either, or second thing, your software takes a lot of time, because let's say if your machine just required 10 minutes to run that user data script, okay, then it's not a good solution to go with your user data. Okay, then go with your AMI. So which are the software you require, just have those, already put it here in the form of AMI, and AMI is having already ready-made software installed, so that doesn't require any extra time for installation or anything. So in such case we go with the AMI. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
I'm small doubt. So if I stored this AMI in 8 GB, and I have taken AMI out of that, and while coming into real time world, I need 100 GB EBS. So
Hmm.
with that, the help of this AMI, I can copy this to the 100 GB or 200 GB. That I can do, right?
Yeah, so restore your machine first, okay, and then you can extend your volume later at any time. Correct?
No, say if I have the software, what I have needed, I have installed on a EC2 8 GB
Mm-hmm.
EBS I have installed. I have taken AMI out of that. So my
Mm-hmm.
AMI is ready. But in real time, I want to uh, do this on a 500 GB EBS. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
software I have installed, I have that separately AMI. But in real time, I need a 500 GB. So
Mm-hmm.
I will create a 500 GB using the AMI already I have taken. I will use that for this. I can do
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah. So while so let's say you have the AMI, right? You have
Mm.
AMI. So while creating machine, yes, you can attach the extra volume. Correct.
Yes.
You
So
can
that
attach more.
which.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can attach that extra 500 GB volume. You can attach it.
Okay, Amal.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question? Aditya, Adnan, Deepak, Jyoti, Prathamesh, Sushila. So one thing, as you can see, the Sushila is asking some questions, whatever she wants to understand, right? Same thing, you guys can also do. It is not just about the project class, guys. Like of course the project is one thing you should be asking the questions on, but apart from that, let's say you're working on something else and you got a query there. Okay, don't hesitate to ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more understanding you will get. Okay, so you can bring your own questions the way Sushila is bringing, and don't hesitate to ask questions. Just do ask. Okay, what will happen? Yes, just do ask the questions. Aditya, Adnan,
Uh,
Deepak, Jyoti,
yeah,
Prathamesh.
yes,
Yes.
Amol
Yes.
uh, I was having one query. I was creating the key of in Git bash, but when I copy the key and paste it, it's giving me invalid public key.
Okay. Can you come up again with the question? What exactly you're trying to do?
I was just copying the public key, okay, after the creation, okay, in EC2. Okay, when I'm
Hmm.
pasting there, it's giving me error like invalid public key.
After pasting the key.
Yeah, in I am role like while doing that code summit.
Okay. Yeah. So you need to check when you're copying the key. Okay, like when you're doing the copying the key, so make sure that you haven't considered any extra spaces or something. So are you sure about that? That there is no space or anything?
No, nothing. And then again, I tried from CMD, like command prompt. It works. And when I create the same key on Git bash, it's give me error like invalid public key. I will just share you the screenshot via mail. Okay, right now I'm not with my system.
Yes. Yeah,
Uh,
better just share
Amol,
me the
let's
screen.
see.
I'll get the
can
context. Yeah.
I answer
Oh,
this?
Yes. Yes, Sushila, please.
It is showing invalid, but it is working. I too got that error. It is showing invalid public key, but it is working when we do the operations.
but I'm not getting the ID only, na, the key ID.
Okay, so what Adnan is saying that when he's trying to save that key, so there he's getting error, right? Is that Adnan?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Just let me know the screenshot of it. Okay. Share me on mail.
Okay.
Okay. I'll try to
Yeah.
answer that question.
Oh,
Yes.
Amol, one question on my side. Hello.
Yes. Please go on.
Uh, yeah, actually, this cloud sessions, I sort of missed most of them. Not most of them, yeah, but I missed some sessions of this cloud, AWS cloud module.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
are we going to approach this project in on GUI only, or we have to follow Terraform and other things?
No, right now you have to just do it on the with the help of the GUI only. Okay. No need to
Okay.
go with the Terraform. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Terraform is something next thing we have. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And it's completely based on the sessions that we had in storage.
Yes. Everything is based on what we have done.
Okay. I'll do it. And then,
Okay.
Amol, please reply to my mail. I sent you reminder
Oh, sorry.
address
Actually,
next
let me
time.
tell you, like, what happened is like I'm from 2 to 3 days I'm out of station again, and tomorrow also I'll be traveling. So on Wednesday onwards, okay, please mail me like those
Okay.
who are having the want to some extra thing. So just connect me Monday, like Wednesday onward. You just mail me. I'll be able to reach out. Please, Adit. Sorry for that. Just
No
mail
worries,
me
no
after
problem.
Wednesday. Yeah,
Okay, sure. I'll remind, sir, mail you on
yeah.
Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Anything else, guys? Okay, so please do start working on the project, okay, from today itself, so that you should be able to finish all the 2 tasks. And yeah, let me know any of the help you need in between. So see you there in tomorrow's session, guys. Have a good day,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye bye. Yeah,
Bye.
thank you.